Smoke-free living environment. What does that mean? Hello everybody, it's me, Lady Burke, and welcome back to part 3 of my smoking series. Before we continue, please remember to subscribe if you're new to this channel and click like for more fun content. So I decided to do a part 2 and a part 3 to my first video on smoking, just because of the overwhelming response I received to the very first video. It made me realize that it's a hot topic, and I did a video part 1 and part 2. I will include the links below in the video description, so please check them out. Part 3 will be specifically related to the use of marijuana smoke on your property, okay? So this video will be addressed to both the renter and the owner, okay? So one of the things that came up, one of the comments rather that I received on part 1 of my video was, she needs a joint. And I thought it was funny, and I also used it as a opportunity because that is a topic that comes up a lot in property management. To the managers out there that are watching this, you know you get a lot of complaints about that. A resident calls, complain that it's affecting their health. What do you do? So let me start this off with addressing the owner or the manager. My very first tip or advice is the best way to successfully enforce a non-smoking policy, you have to start from the very beginning, and that's with the rental agreement. If your rental agreement does not specifically prohibit smoking on your property, you are going to have a very difficult time enforcing that policy straight across the board to your renters. You're not going to really be able to post 3-day notices to cure or perform or quit because your rental agreement doesn't state that. So I'm going to show a clip of an example of a smoke-free policy addendum that anyone can use. Now, I'm a member of the Apartment Owners Association. I pay the yearly membership fee, so these forms are readily available to me. But there's a lot of how can I say, fair housing lawyers out there. If you look them up, their website also provides free forms that you can use. So kind of just browse out there to see what's available. And please remember that this is in the state of California. So if you're in a different state, you definitely want to look up what the laws are in your state regarding smoking and prohibiting it in your rental agreement. So I'm going to show the clip. Here's the clip. And so I'm going to read paragraph 2 because I feel like even though I showed the clip, I feel like it's very important that I read this so that people can also hear it. So paragraph 2 talks about the smoke-free premises. It states, tenant agrees and acknowledges that the premises to be occupied by tenant and members of tenant's household have been designated as a smoke-free living environment. Smoke-free living environment. What does that mean? Well, as you saw, it specifies what smoking means. Smoking means inhaling, exhaling, burning, vaping, or carrying any light of cigar, cigarette, pipe, or any other device containing any tobacco product, or, and here's the important part, any other leaf, weed, plant, or other products. It goes on, tenant and members of tenant's household should not smoke anywhere in the unit rented by tenant or the building where the tenant's dwelling is located or in any of the common areas of the property or adjoining grounds of such building or other parts of the rental community. So that could be the community area. If there's a clubhouse, it could be that. If there's a pool, it could be that. If there's a barbecue area, it could be that. It specifically stating that the tenant cannot smoke inside their unit. Then it gives you the option on the addendum to select one where you can say smoking is prohibited on the entire property, including individual units, common areas, every building, and adjoining properties. This is important because sometimes you'll live in a really, really big community complex where there's 400 units and like 20 buildings. This would apply. So if you want to keep your property a strict smoke-free property, option one would be the best selection to choose. And you would have every single resident on your property on the same rental agreement, signing the exact same addendum. That's very important. Do not have your different residents on different rental agreements. That's not good. It looks bad in the court of law. Some people could claim discrimination, whether or not they have a case. That's really not the point. The point is all of your residents need to be on the same rental agreement, on the same addendum agreement. The other option is smoking is prohibited on the entire property except the following areas. So you could state something like, except for the common areas, so that people can go out there and smoke on the common areas. Maybe you're saying don't smoke in your unit, but you can go out and smoke in the common area. This addendum allows for that room, for that flexibility. So if you are an owner watching this, my very first advice would be to get everyone on the same rental agreement and addendum. If you are a renter, let me just say this. You are not a bad person just because you enjoy marijuana. You don't need me to tell you that. You're an adult, and if you enjoy the use of marijuana smoke, that's okay. But if you signed a rental agreement like this, where it specifically states no weed, leaf, plant, or any other type of product, my question to you would be, could you possibly consider using alternative forms of marijuana, like edibles? Is that something that you can think about and entertain so that you can be in compliance with your rental agreement? You're not risking getting your residency terminated, but you're still enjoying the use of marijuana products. If you are a renter that doesn't smoke and you live on a smoke-free property and you're having an issue with this, it's my hope that everyone is on the same rental agreement as you. My suggestion would be to schedule an appointment to meet with the manager, to talk about it, to figure out what are some things that you guys can do to make it work. Then the very next question that I got, which was an excellent question, was, yes, but what if I have a medical condition, a severe medical condition, I'm always in pain, and I'm being seen by a doctor, and I have a medical marijuana card? I actually did look this up, guys, because yes, I've been in the business for 14 years, but that doesn't mean I know everything. There's always something to learn, and laws are always changing. And so I reached out to the apartment association that I'm a member of, and I also reached out to a lawyer. And if you are an owner and you're dealing with this exact same problem, my advice would be to seek out legal counsel. You can go through the Apartment Association magazine. You can call them, ask for a referral on a lawyer. You can call them and ask for advice. They'll direct you on what to do. And same goes if you're a manager, a property manager. Whatever legal counsel or resources are available to you, reach out to them right away so they can advise you on what to do. But basically what I've learned is that as long as someone is a true patient and they have the documentation for that, and you can ask that, there's nothing wrong with asking for written documentation. If they provide that to you, then there's really not much you can do. It may seem shocking, like, really, they're on this rental agreement, it states no weed. Again, seek legal counsel. I'm not a lawyer, so my advice would be to go to someone that is fully knowledgeable on this topic, and they will tell you what action you can take. For all renters that are out there, I just want to provide a reminder. Please remember that smokers, the general concept of smokers, that is not a protected class. So you want to keep that in mind when you're renting. Why not ask the question, is smoking allowed on this property, before you sign a rental agreement, so that this doesn't come as a surprise to you? Or if you're a renter that's extremely sensitive to smoke, maybe you have asthma, or maybe you're dealing with some type of health issue and secondhand smoke affects you, I would absolutely call the community, the manager, wherever you're looking, before you sign a rental agreement. Call and ask, are the residents there allowed to smoke on the premises? That will save you so much time, so much hassle. You'll be able to feel comfortable moving into a new rental place, signing the rental agreement. And these are all little things that both owners and renters can do to kind of make the living process for the renter a lot easier, a lot more pleasant. So I welcome advice or feedback on what you think on this video. And I would love to hear from the perspective of renters, from the perspective of owners, to let me know what you think. Share some of your experiences. Have you encountered this before? If so, what did you do? So please let me know what you think in the comments below. I thank everyone for watching my videos. And remember, if you are new to the Lady Burke channel, please subscribe and click like for more videos. And I'll see you guys next week on Sunday. Bye.